morning and welcome to Sing Along Jam. My name is Miss Ashley and I'm a librarian with the San Mateo County Libraries. And usually I like to show you different pets or different instruments. So today, instead of that, I brought my daughter, Lily.
Hi.
And just after our opening song, she's going to demonstrate an instrument that she likes to play. Before we begin though, as usual, if you could take just a minute to gather up some little supplies around your house. So for a play along, you'll want something you can make noise with, like some paper cups or pots and pans, a spoon, something that shakes, something you can bang on. Use your imagination, come up with your own instruments, and then also some kind of a clap. So it could be a paper towel or paper napkin, something you can put on your head, put on somebody else's head, wave around. So that'll be for our scarf songs in just a little bit. Let's do our we bounce and we stop song though. I've got Lily, I'm gonna try to trick her by stopping suddenly.
I doubt you can.
Let's find out. We bounce and we stop. Oh, I didn't trick her this time. We bounce and we stop. Oh, she's too good. We bounce and we stop. Oh, can you do it a little faster?
Okay.
All right. We bounce and stop. Oh, she's too good. We bounce and stop. We bounce and stop. Okay, can we clap? We clap and stop. Ha, almost got you. We clap and stop. We clap and stop. Oh, she's really good. Can we stretch? Stretch your arms up. We stretch and stop. We stretch and stop. We stretch and stop. And now we tickle. We tickle, we stop. We tickle, we stop. We tickle, we stop. Uh-oh, I didn't say you could tickle me. We hug, and we stop. We hug, and we stop. We hug, and 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 we stop. And now let's bounce one more time. We bounce and stop. We bounce and stop. We bounce and stop. Oh, I didn't trick her once. I'm so disappointed.
I'm too good.
She is too good. She's going to show you one of her favorite instruments. Can you tell them what it is?
It's a harmonica.
And hold it up so everybody can see it.
There are little holes that you blow through and little numbers so you know where to blow. And there are two different ways you can blow on each note. One of them is blowing in, and one of them is sucking out.
Okay, so she's going to play a song for you.
Getting the page.
One that you probably know.
How did it just flip right onto the page?
Magic.
Okay.
See if you recognize this song.
Didn't sound that good. I messed up a few times.
Great. Let's sing it all together. That was "You Are My Sunshine" by Jimmy Davies. Jimmy Davies. Sorry. You
are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
That's a great song. Okay, well today we're doing stories and songs about adventures. So we're gonna go on a bear hunt together. Have you ever been on a bear hunt? I've done one once before for our sing-along jam. Lily's gonna come with me on my bear hunt. And the way this works is that I'll say something like, we're going on a bear hunt, and you repeat it.
We're going on a bear hunt.
And that's the way it goes. We're going on a bear hunt.
We're going on a bear hunt.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
We're not scared.
We're not scared.
Here we go. Let's walk. Uh-oh. We're coming to some grass.
We're coming to some grass.
We can't go over it.
We can't go over it.
We can't go under it.
We can't go under it.
We'll have to walk through it.
We'll have to walk through
You
it.
go swish, 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 swish. Oh, there's a grasshopper in my shirt. Oh, shake it off. Ugh, let's brush off all that grass. Oh, let's keep going. We're coming to some mud.
We're coming to some mud.
We can't go over it.
We can't go over it.
We can't go under it.
We can't go under it.
We'll have to walk through it.
We'll have to walk through it.
Here we go. Squelch, 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 squelch. Ew, wipe your feet. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Let's keep going. We're coming to a lake.
We're coming to a lake.
We can't go over it.
We can't go over it.
We can't go under it.
We can't go under it.
We'll have to swim across.
We'll have to swim
Here we
across.
go. Swish, 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 swish. Oh, shake, dry, shake, 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 shake. Let's keep going. We're coming to a cave.
We're coming to a cave.
We can't go over it.
We can't go over it.
We can't go under it.
We can't go under it.
We'll have to go inside.
We'll have to go inside.
Tip, toe, tip, toe, tip, toe. It's dark in here. It's cold in here. Two big yellow lights. It's a bear! Ah, run away! Run! Swim across the lake. Swim, 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 swim. Run to the mountain. Squelch, 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 squelch. Run to the grass. Swish, 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 swish. Run into the house. Husband and the locket. Yeah, we're never going on a bear hunt again. Phew.
I dropped the bear.
Oh no, it followed us home. Ah! Do you want to take the bear back to his cave now?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Lily, for all your help. Say bye-bye, Lily.
Bye.
She's gonna go return that bear to his home. And he lives in our window where he gets to see people walking by. And my little tip, I usually like to give you a little activity to do at home. So one of them is to go for a bear walk around your neighborhood because people have been putting out bears and other stuffed animals in their windows. And you can see how many you can find. And the other is to make up an adventure around your house. So you could set up little challenges like you could have to crawl under a table. That could be a cave. You could have pillows or tape on the floor that you have to jump across, like you're crossing a river. You could have stuffed animals or even grown-ups or brothers and sisters around to be different types of animals that you meet along the way that you might have to run away from, like Alice the alligator here, who's actually very sweet, aren't you, Alice? Or bears. So that's my challenge to you, is to come up with some kind of adventure around your house that you can do with your family. All right, but it's time for our first book, or actually our early book today, which is also about an adventure. This one's called Ruby's School Walk. It's by Catherine White and Miriam Latimer. It's published by Barefoot Books. And I'm bringing it to you today on Hoopla, which is one of our ebook collections on smcl.org. And see this little girl going to school. There's trolls and alligators. And she sees all of these things, or pretends she does. You'll have to decide. Along her walk, it's fun to pretend that we see things, even if they're a little scary to pretend about. It makes things more adventurous. So that's what this is about. Let's go. Ruby's School Walk. See, she looks a little nervous. She's hiding behind her mom. You ever hide behind your grown-up? Oh, there's a witch and a ghost in this school, and an alligator and some kind of a monster and a cat. What? On the way to school, there's a rushing river. It's full of crocodiles. What? Mom says, it's just the stream with silver fish and frogs and logs. But she's wrong. I must be brave. I must be strong. Those crocodiles may be out of sight, but they're ready to snap. You snap, roar, and bite. I've seen their long tails swirling round between the reeds without a sound. So I dance, you dance on the bank in the morning sun, and my giant shadow makes them run. On my way to school, there's a haunted house. Ooh, it's full of ghosts. Mom smiles. She says it's just an empty place for sale. But she's wrong. I must be brave. I must be strong. The ghosts. I've seen dark shadows float about, and bats with red eyes peering out, and witches flit around the rooms, and outside I've seen witches' brooms. So I sing my special magic song and do my magic hop along. Can you hop? On my way to school, there's a tiger hiding behind a wall. See the shadow? Mom smiles. She says it's just old Fletcher's tabby cat. But she's wrong. I must be brave. I must be strong. There she is. There's the cat's tail there. I've seen it open up its jaws and bare its fangs and jagged claws. I've seen it crouch and sneak and prowl. So I bark my loudest like a hound. Can you bark? Arf! And growl and leap and bound and jump and bound. On my way to school, there's a forest deep and dark. Mom smiles. She says it's just the trees in the park. See this tree? It looks like a ghost. Something spooky. But she's wrong. I must be brave. I must be strong. The forest full of mighty beasts. They're hunting around for tasty feasts. They loom, they lurk behind the trees and call each other on the breeze. So I shout, look out, beasts, keep well back. I brought my sword, so don't attack. You wave your pretend sword. Oh, look, we finally made it to school after all that adventure. But she looks still really nervous. At my school, I'm not so sure. Mom walks with me through the door. My heart beats fast. My feet go slow. Mom hangs my bag and turns to go. Have you ever been in a new place with people you don't know and maybe your mom or dad or other grown-up leaves you there for a little while, like at school or daycare, and maybe you're a little bit nervous? Even though she faced all those things on the walk, she's still nervous. Oh, there she is. I wonder what I'll do today. I don't know what to think or say. Mom smiles. She says, Ruby, perhaps today you will be finding treasure in the sea. Look at this treasure chest. Catching dragons in the sky and teaching fairies how to fly. That would be quite an adventure. Look, there's a dragonfly and there are trolls in this school. What a funny school. You'll be teaching trolls to read and write and painting stars to make them bright. You'll be sailing ships across the sea and setting helpless mermaids free. Look, the mermaid got stuck in this net. She's letting it go. And she gets a big hug from her mom. I hug her so. I know she's right. I say, bye, Mom. See you tonight. And she looks like she's happy now. Just took a little getting used to. And she had a fun time imagining all those things on the way to school. The ghosts and the alligators, the witches. It's fun to play pretend. So let's do a little more pretending. This time with our scarves. Did you find your scarf or your blanket or a towel? This time we're gonna be ghosts. You put your scarf over your head like this. We are scary ghosts floating down the street, floating down the street, floating down the street. We are scary ghosts floating down the street. We'll scare you. Did I scare you? I hope so. Let's try it again. See if you can scare me this time. We are scary ghosts floating down the street, floating down the street, floating down the street. We are scary ghosts floating down the street. We'll scare you. Now let's be scary bats and fly down the street. Here we go. We are scary bats flying down the street, Flying down the street, flying down the street. We are scary bats flying down the street. We'll scare you. And now we'll do one more. Let's be vampires. Can you be a vampire? We are scary vampires. You could even hold your scarf like this. Creeping down the street, creeping down the street, creeping down the street. We are scary vampires creeping down the street. We'll scare you. That song is so much fun. I hope you will take it and sing it with your family with some of your favorite scary things to be. All right, we're almost at the end. It's time for our play along. So find whatever homemade instruments you had around the house, your cups or your pots and pans, something to shake. I'm going to sing a song that I wrote in honor of a children's writer named Mari Sendek. Wrote a very famous book called Where the Wild Things Are and several other books about adventure. And in the Where the Wild Things Are, a little boy named Max goes to the island where the wild things are, and there he has a wild rumpus, which is like a big party, and then he comes back home. So that's what this song's about. You play along at home. Here we go. Darling, when you feel afraid, for you can plainly see the world is full of monsters who look just like you and me. Just jump aboard your tiny boat, follow the falling star, and sail away through night and day to where the wild things are, and you will dance and then let the wild rumpus begin. I will love you best of all when you come home again. And darling, when the goblins come and no one seems to care, jump out your bedroom window into outside over there. Bring your horn and play a tune and chime in with a song. They'll set you free and you will soon be home where you belong. And you will dance and then let the wild rumpus begin. I will love you best of all when you come home again. And when the moon is in a fit, you are in the dumps, lost in the rye with one black eye and diamonds are all trumps. I will come and buy you bread and love for maybe two, and I will bring you up, 'cause happy endings can come true. And we will dance and then let the wild rumpus begin. And I will love you best of all until the very end. All right, it's time for our last song, which as usual is Freight Train. Now there's something, I've been doing Freight Train all this time for our sing-along jams, and it's by Elizabeth Cotten, who was an African-American songwriter. She wrote the song when she was only about 12 years old, and but an amazing thing about her, she was a very talented guitarist, and she invented a style of playing guitar called Freight Train. So all the time I've been doing this song, I haven't really been doing it justice. She does this really pretty style. I will try to emulate on the ukulele, but it'll be a little bit different. So look her up on YouTube, look up Freight Train with Elizabeth Cotten, and you'll see her playing when she was, she started playing publicly, professionally when she was in her 60s. So she became very famous late in life. And the way she plays sounds more like this than the way I've been doing it. I'm going to try that again. I hope you look her up so you can see her playing her guitar that way. So let's do this song. Let's go on our freight train. Are you ready? Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. Please don't tell one train I'm on, so they won't know where I've gone. First we on that song. I'm playing different chords this time. All right, that's all the time we have. The version of the song we do, by the way, is a kid's version by Elizabeth Mitchell, who added the part about going to different places. I hope you will use it to travel to different places too. And that's all the time we have for a sing-along jam. I hope you will all sign up for the Summer Learning Challenge at summerlearners.org. It's open to anyone up to age 18, and you have the chance to win a $1,000 college scholarship, which will go into an account until you graduate from high school, and it will grow and you'll have more than $1,000. So I hope you all participate at summerlearners.org, and I will see you next time for Sing Along Jam. Thank you for joining me.